Jeff Ramsey, Variable Operations Director for Ourisman Cars Auto Group. Thanks for joining me today.
Hey, thanks for having me on, Jordan. Good to see you.
Oh, good to see you too. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. So how many dealer stores do you oversee?
18 dealerships. We've got, this is led by Robert Ourisman. He's our CEO, owner, and one of the best owners in automotive. I can, not my opinion, I confidently say that, but we've got a great blend of, domestic and import vehicles spread across Northern Virginia, all through Maryland. So it's a never-ending fun job of watching sales, marketing, everything. Part of my job is also our community involvement, and we do a great job of giving back and trying to be a real big part of our community, not just the car dealer you service and buy at. We want to be who people think of as, an impact store that makes a difference.
Yeah, that's what I've always liked about the brand as a whole is not only is it, not just one small city, it's involved in, let's call it a region, but within each small city itself, you guys are so involved at the store level, which is great. Now, where did that drive come from? Has that drive always been there?
So I've been here about 18, 19 months, and they had done that. They donated a car somewhere, and they never publicized anything or didn't do it at a high level. And so they had always given back in like different areas. And now we've got a division called Ourisman Cares, which and that's kind of how we connect all of our giving back and community participation. So this group has always given back, but now it's more of a we try to really figure out where we're giving back to, who we're giving back to, and make sure it's blended across all of our area, all of our dealerships. So it's really a full-time job. And I'm sure at some point, like someone's role in this company will be like, I'm the head of Ourisman Cares. and we're probably in the very near future. But it's good. And you give back. You work with schools. You work with homeless shelters. Just everything. Animals. You gotta make sure kids have coats in the wintertime. You always just gotta do the right thing.
Exactly. And you said it best is that they were probably already doing this, but they weren't really talking about that. And man, that's just so low hanging fruit. And I don't mean like marketing where you need to go brag about the great things you're doing in your communities, but there's like the next level, which is inspiring change and inspiring your employees. Like a lot of times there are dealers who give back to their local community, but they don't even tell their employees that they're doing it. And when you tell your employees about it, they're so much more bought into what they do and why they do it. And I'm not sure what the structure looks like for you guys and how you pick, but even when the employees get involved in that thought process and like say, hey, here's a good connection, here's where we could really make an impact, they just feel that deeper connected to the brand as a whole. So it's really great to see you guys doing that. If you look back to last year to 2023, what was one of your favorite local giving campaigns that you guys did?
I love the polar bear plunge. It's a lot of fun. They do a great job. We get our staff together. We raise money. It goes towards supporting the Special Olympics. And we have, where that connects to our staff, we have staff who have children that are in the Special Olympics that participate. And so when they see us caring, giving back, that goes such a long way for them. And they're also, they jump, our employees are jumping in the water and having fun. And it's just such a fun event. Everyone's terrified the first time they go out there. Then they go, the music's playing, they can see the difference they're making. They get to meet a lot of the athletes, and it's like every year it just gets bigger. So that one's one of my favorites.
Yeah, that's great, Jeff. So I guess one of the other things I want to bring up is that you're just such a well-rounded guy, and you're very personable. You care about people on your team. You care about your family. Before this, like you were wrapping up March with your team and making sure that everybody knew how the month ended. And again, just like on social, like you're so caring about your family and you're so well-rounded. Where do you think that comes from, and what do you think makes you successful at what you do?
That's a great question, man. Thanks for saying that. It's very nice.
Hopefully you know this already.
Yeah, I mean, I would say my life hasn't always been that way. I think having kids changes. Yeah, my wife's incredible, and I'm at a point now where if I have to travel somewhere, my family's going. If it's a work event, they're going. If they can't go, I'm going to make it a very short trip. I'm on that midnight flight back. I don't know. I just think you have to, if you don't care about people, I don't care what dollar amount you make or, what kind of success you find. If you don't have some connection to people, of helping others, of having your family that you get support from, it just, to me, it's pretty empty. And so I've had that empty chase before of a very selfish push for, and it's so fake. Or that's how I felt at the time. Then now, where you kind of find a balance. I'm in a company that supports having a family, spending time with your family, getting away. I remember I called our CEO a couple weeks ago and said, "Hey, just a reminder, I'm out next week, spending time with my family." And he goes, "Well, that's a requirement." So, I think the more I've integrated that into my life, the better things have gotten. So it's just kind of a path that continues on. That's the recipe for success.
Yeah, no, for sure. And there's like a few levels to it. Like, one, you have to be willing to find the right place that will give you that balance and give you that really like that wholeness. And then two, once you do have that wholeness, like there's just boundaries that you have to have. Like for you said, if you travel, your family goes with you, or you make it a super short trip because it's that important for them to be so involved and just be with you and be around you, because you can't just go be successful at your job and then that's it. Like there's more to life than that. And it's great to see your CEO is so in tune with your needs and your team's needs and really like the overall team success. Because I guarantee that when he invests that back into you guys so that you have your personal time, he knows that more comes out of that. Like you guys come back to work more fulfilled and more inspired and more ready to hit the ground running. Looking into the rest of 2024, so here we are at the beginning of April, what are some of the big changes you think are going to happen in the market for 2024? What are some things you guys are already preparing for?
Well, the market's entirely shifted. Inventory is here. At some brands, you have more inventory than others. We're still trying to sell as many vehicles as we can.
Surprise, right?
There's used. It's all back to basics again. You have to differentiate yourself in some way to say, like, if I've got 4 dealers, that a customer can drive to, why should they buy from me? And so I'm either going to make this easy for them. It's got to be a great price. The whole buying experience has to be convenient. Like there's so many things that go into it. And once you check off all the boxes, that's worth something. So you can, a customer, maybe you're not the cheapest guy, but you're the easiest to deal with. They trust you, they like you, and they know that you're going to take care of them. If something does happen to the vehicle and you're going to be fair, they're going to buy from you. And I'll drive a distance to do that. So that's what we're back to. COVID's done. It's in the past. Yeah. It's not just like, hey, the doors are open. We had a truckload of vehicles show up, and now we can, we know how many we're going to sell today. Now it's back to work. It's back, it's back to people, and it's going to be the next. It's going to continue to you're going to see who can accomplish those goals and who can't. And that's where you're going to see the separation in the sales rankings that come out every day. So, this year we're heavily focused on used. On the new side, we're focusing on finding ways to turn the vehicles as fast as possible. A lot of dealers are finding themselves in a spot they haven't seen in a few years. We have previous model year vehicles in stock, and a lot of stores have a decent amount of them. So it's like, how do we sell those? Well, the car business was new to you as of a couple years ago. You're trying to figure it out. I've done this since I was 21. I've got plenty of ideas. We're going to figure out ways to get in front of people and create the best experience for them. So this is a year of it's trying to figure out the Rubik's Cube of sales. And I always say that because I got like 100 of these things on my desk. That's what all the different ones.
Yeah, but, that's funny.
But yeah, it's just solving the puzzle. It's back to being challenging. Vehicles are available. Be strategic about what vehicles you have on the lot. Treat customers well. Make sure your CSI scores are high. Create an experience that makes a CSI score high. But
stack the deck in your favor.
Yeah, and good people. This is a year of hopefully you've retained good people, and you'll find success in that.
Yeah. Jeff, I think you said it best, is 2024 is going to be the year of the Rubik's Cube. You got to put all the pieces together in the right place at the right time. And you're right. It's like, it does come back to having the right people, going through the right process, and having the right tools, the right technology, all that stuff there. And I just know that in 2024, Jeff, this is going to be your best year yet. You're doing a lot of great things out there. I'm super pumped to see all the great things that you're going to do this year. So Jeff, thanks for joining me today on this episode. It was a pleasure catching up with you. It's always fun talking to you, and just thanks for joining me.
Hey, thanks for having me on. It's always good talking to you, Jordan. Thank you.
Thanks for watching this episode of In the Dirt with ASOTU. If you're new to our channel, make sure and mash that like and subscribe button. Also, check out some of these links for our other great podcasts and content.